recited by Utozama Busakwe, who's a writer and performer. And the piece is titled, "The Earth is a Mother." So if we can just give them a round of applause as they make their way to the stage. Thank you once again for your patience.
My grandmother used to send our tiny bodies to sleep with ancient stories about women who could detect rain with their nostrils. So my childhood was filled with endless trips to the mountaintop, with women who taught us that you could summon the great waters of heaven with your knees. I come from a long line of women whose song could harness the wind. Inkonjane as baba phezulu ngoba zona zimaphiko made. Women who create circles on the ground with their feet and open portals to the womb of the soil. My grandmother taught me that women can make the earth pregnant, that even the most barren of grounds cannot withstand the fertile touch of her ankles. I am born of women who dance and comb the ground beneath the feet to feed their children. My grandmother borrows us her breath in and out of season. This woman knows how to make dead things bloom. My grandmother dreams of worlds underneath the ocean. They call her the alchemist at work. She now lays in the cradle of black women, carrying out libations on behalf of my generation, this generation, which is forgotten and lost. But even in her death, she continues to give birth to countless offspring, snakes writhing and riding the circulating storm. My grandmother is the fresh air in the trees, the air in the breeze. She is the sound of the leaves. She is the flavor of snow and the sweet taste of summer. My grandmother is the green in the sea and the dew in the morning. Yet you accuse her of destroying the very nature she created? What kind of mother leaves her daughters to wander ruthlessly with only a passport to call home? We are sitting inside my grandmother's house in Durban, but before the flood crushes her bones, she places her hand on my stomach and makes a promise to the soil that no greedy whale of a company sharking through political seas, no backward water bullying of businesses with broken morals, no bureaucracy is going to push this my ocean over the edge. No one is drowning, baby. My grandmother drew a line here. So we will fight. The ocean, the river, and the sky too will fight. Our nose, our ankles, our feet will fight to taste the rain again, make the soil pregnant with purpose again, because it is us, the so-called poor, who when the disaster is declared done will suffer the most. So we will fight. We will call on the ocean, the river, and the sky too, because the only time any transition is just is if it recognizes that we too are dust. We are the fresh, first clean soil of the red rising earth. We are the first licking the sky, the banner unfurling. We are the generation with megaphones, but our grandmothers' voices are still stuck in our throats. There are thousands out there on the streets. They're chanting, but we are stuck in our houses on our phones. And before I could finish this tweet, I hear the sound of my grandmother saying, "They are marching for us, baby. They are marching for you because you deserve more, because you are the one the soil kept alive, to make sure when they are making all the changes, they don't cut off our tongues. They don't trade our indigenous knowing in favor of Western science. When they talk about a just transition, they are not leaving you behind. I need you in those rooms, baby, to make sure they don't cut your connection to the ground, to all of nature. Tell them the earth is your mother, and you are her offspring. So when your children become grandmothers, they send their babies to sleep with ancient stories of scientists in the village who can detect rain with their nostrils and open portals with their feet. Thank you.
Its main purpose is to build a national agreement on the pathway from a high emissions economy, where we are now, to the desired low emissions economy, and to ensure that we do it in a manner which everybody agrees so that it can move fast. It's not just government policy, it's a societal agreement. And that's the best thing you can have to lay the basis for a positive future.